Thank you, Jeff. Joining me now is Phil Brown. Phil, 2 out of 2 at the start of a season. Most managers would dearly love that. How impressed were you with the team's performance today?
I think when you say 2 out of 2, it's a nice thing to say. It's a nice feeling. But as you made reference to it there, 42 gone, 44 to go. It's a long season. It always is. You know, you've got beautiful sunshine today, and 2 months' time it'll be horrible. And we've got to be able to understand that the game this season will be seasonal. It's okay when the sun's on your back. You play the kind of football that you want to play. All well and good at Agbra. As I've said before, we'll get some challenges at certain grounds this season. The first one being at Darlington last Saturday, and I was going to say dispersed with Darlington. We didn't disperse with Darlington because they were in the game, certainly at the end of it. And we ended up winning the game, which was a great first long journey, and you know, getting the feeling of the lads and on the coach, and what kind of new players have we brought in, what kind of people are they, you know, are they card players, are they singers, are they, you know, you get all of that feeling. And it is all part and parcel of the whole culture of the football club now. They're a great bunch, fantastic bunch, and the new lads have contributed greatly to the older lads. Bearing in mind, the captain goes off with concussion. He gives the armband to Ash Emmons. He didn't even ask me would I give the armband to Ash Emmons, he just gave it to him, which I think is brilliant. And then Ash Emmons comes off and he gives it to Alex Penny. Are they my first, second and third captains? I had 6 or 7 conversations, honestly. It's really, the group are so tight. They're a hardcore of kindred spirits who've come together, and hopefully that coming together will provide the kind of football and spectacle that we've seen today. First game at Adborough, which was a little bit of a tough gig last year in the 18 games that me and Mac had, to try and win my first game, if I remember rightly, against Aldershot, 4-2, 2-0 down. Then Oxford City, 2-0 down, win 3-2. We really struggled at home, and then consequently that struggling at home was the thing that cost us in the end. But if we can take a gauge on the first game at Agbra, I'm delighted. I'm absolutely delighted with the performance. I'm delighted with the fact that a clean sheet at half time, they were well and truly in the game. They had a proper foothold in the game, and the games that we've watched of the opposition, they scored 3 goals in both games, you know, so I knew they had potency. They drew both of them games 3-3, but they had potency, and it was one of them where I thought, is the first goal going to win it? Well, the first goal came along and it was like London buses, second one came along, third one came along within a short space of time. That's a lovely feeling as a manager. 5 minutes into a spell of good football, they've listened to what you've said at half time and consequently carried out the result. The end product was good football for 60, 65, 70 minutes. Then we start making changes, and then you know that you see the game out. So there's a lot of boxes ticked. You know, even the one at the end, when you think about Christian Dibble pulls off 2 or 3 great saves to keep a clean sheet. That just shows you what a clean sheet means to him. But it also shows you what a clean sheet mentality in the football club is like. And hopefully we'll keep that mentality when push comes to shove. Better opposition, that's not being disrespectful of Radcliffe by any stretch of the imagination, but opposition that are probably playing well and got confidence and got belief in themselves and this, that and the other, we'll come up against, there's no doubt about it, bigger tests, but as far as we're concerned, we've won the first 2 tests against decent opposition.
You're saying about coming up against stiffer tests. You're going to come up next against a team that have been battling away for promotion from this division for as long as I can remember, yeah. Brackley Town, and always seem to fail at the final hurdle. They'll probably be looking to try and put things right. Yeah,
they've got our captain from last year, and with all due respect to Brackley, they're here. We're at Agbra. We've got to try and not make it a fortress, but make it a place that people fear before they even step on the turf. You know, Shane Byrne won't be one of them players. He'll be coming back, and hopefully he's going to get a round of applause, you should imagine, or I wouldn't have said a standing ovation, but at the end of the game, I don't want them applauding Brackley. I want them applauding our players. I want them applauding Kidderminster Harriers because of the way we've played and hopefully the way we've addressed a difficult game. Brackley know the game, know the league, know how to win, know how to get to the top end of the division, know how to get in the playoffs. So they're probably streetwise, they're probably well aware of what we're capable of, and they'll have a game plan. As we've already seen, we've seen two teams. One played 4-4-2. Today it was a 3-4-3. Brackley will be a different system. So all of these things are going to test us from a tactical and a technical point of view. But if we're prepared, then we're at Agbra, good crowd again, great response from the banging of a drum that was fading at the end of last season, and now it's banging loud and clear of what we want to try and achieve, and the supporters turned out again.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.
Is there any word, I know it's always very difficult with kind of head injuries and things with regards to Morgs in terms of how he might be looking in the next kind of week or two? Will it just be see how we go?
We do see how we go, but I went through the process of my mentality. If I was Morgs, I would be exactly the same. I wouldn't want to come off, and it would take a brave man to go against them. I had to be brave. I had to say you were knocked out. The referees said you were knocked out, let alone what our players were coming back, and they were feeding good information to me. Amari's as brave as it gets. You know, you won't get probably a braver centre forward in this division. But we'll take the protocol into consideration. We'll take the rules and regulations. We'll make sure that the league are well aware of what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to achieve something to make Amari Morgan-Smith available for Tuesday. He'll want to be available for Tuesday, there's no doubt about it. I might have to stand in his way if the rules and regulations are he can't play. We've already looked at the league handbook and found out that there's certain 7-day protocols, there's certain 14-day protocols, there's certain 23-day protocols, and we will toe the line. We'll make sure that at the end of it we've got a fit and healthy player, because it's not about 2 games, it's not about 5 games, it's about 46 games, and we want Amari, we want our captain available for everyone if we possibly can, but if he's not available he won't play.
There was a real fluidity and kind of freedom, if you like, going forward from the team today, which I suppose when you come in at the back end of last year as you did and you have to firefight, you don't necessarily get, not the luxury to do that, but you can see that you have that extra time now, and the lads seem to be enjoying that side of their game today, the style.
We're enjoying it at the moment because we've won 2 out of 2, but you know there'll become moments during the season where the opposition will do something different. There'll come moments where we got to go behind. There'll become moments where we have to fight and dig deep and you know, whatever the conditions are, we've got to scrap for a point or 3, whichever the case may be. We've got something. We've got that little bit of quality, and while the sun's shining, that quality hopefully will keep coming through. And when the sun goes away and the wind starts howling, the rain comes down, that'll be the next season that we have to address. And if we have to play a different way, we have to play a different way. They always say great teams find a way. That's what we've got to do. And at the moment, we're finding a way by playing good football. As long as that continues, the fans will still come in. But as you well know, the more you win, the more you're up the top end of the division, the more the drum and the message to the fans gets louder, that we've got a chance. So at the moment it's very early, very early. 2 games in, yeah, we've had 2 good performances, 1 away from home, 1 at Agbra. Now we've got a different test in town on Tuesday night, and let's see what we can bring.